Hi people, Katey here, coming to you from day 3 of my personalized detox. I don't know if you saw my video yesterday, but I'm sitting here enjoying a delicious cup of warm broth that is super delicious. And actually my sister tried some of the broth last night and she was really interested in perhaps doing a bit of a detox herself because it tasted so good. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is actually answer a question that I've been getting quite a bit over the past few days when I've been talking about my detox. And that is the question, are you hungry? Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Of course, I am going to be hungry at times, right? But aren't we hungry even when we're not detoxing? Don't we get hungry every day? So yes, absolutely, I do get hungry at times, but what I wanted to share was a fantastic and seriously life-altering insight from Dr. Cam McDonald at PH360 shared with me when I was doing my original detox, and that was when he unpacked for me what hunger pains actually were. Now, see, I always thought that hunger pains were, if you think of your stomach as being like a gas gauge, right? You've got a full tank of gas or like zero gas left in the tank. So hunger pains came around, I always thought, when you were at like zero on the gas gauge, right? You had zero gas left. And at that point, I was thinking, okay, I need to fill up my tank as much as possible and as soon as possible because I'm getting really hungry. So what would I do? I would grab for the biggest, bulkiest thing I could find, which was typically like bread or muffins or carbs, something like that, to try and fill myself up as much as possible. But then about an hour or two later, I'd be hungry again. So I'd have to eat more and more and more of that. And I was like, wow, I've got a pretty big appetite today. I wonder what's going on. And the amazing insight that I learned from Dr. Cam is that hunger pains aren't necessarily about needing a whole bunch of food really, really quickly. Your body is hungry and you get hunger pains when your body needs nutrients. Nutrients is the key. Now that may seem really simple, but let's unpack that a little bit because see, when I was getting those hunger pains and I was eating toast and bread and muffins, things like that, I was eating a lot of bulk, I was eating a lot of carbs, but I wasn't necessarily getting a lot of nutrients into me, right? So it made sense that like an hour or two later, my body needed more nutrients to keep going. And so when Dr. Cam shared this with me, he was saying, when you're hungry, you want to reach for something that gives you as much nutrients as possible, and that will curb your hunger pains. And that makes so much sense, right? And so when it comes to being on a detox, like I am right now with this delicious vegetable broth, if you saw my video yesterday, you saw the huge big basket full of vegetables that I threw into some hot water and made this broth with. Think about all of the nutrients in those vegetables. I probably don't eat all of those vegetables in one day, right? But I boiled all of the nutrients out of that and put it into this broth. And so when I drink a cup of this broth, I feel so satisfied because my body is actually getting all of the nutrients that it needs just from that warm broth. So I'm not filling my body up with bulk and fiber and, muffins and carbs to get the nutrients. I've got this delicious broth that has so much nutrients in it. And yeah, I don't have any of the bulk in it, but I'm flushing out my system and satisfying my system all at the same time with all of the nutrients that's in here. So when I am hungry, I just grab, a big mug of this broth and it curbs my hunger pains so quickly. It's really quite astounding. And it also makes me feel so good to know that I'm just flushing out my system the entire time. So I encourage you to kind of shift your mind a little bit when you do have hunger pains. It's not about getting the biggest, bulkiest thing into your stomach as soon as possible. It's about what can I eat right now that's going to give my body the most amount of nutrients that it needs. And that is the key to curbing hunger pains and definitely to living a healthier lifestyle. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Wish me luck on day 3 and I'll check in again soon. Bye-bye.